Hi, and welcome back. I'm Rob Thomas, your everything Microsoft Cloud Chief Architect. And today I'm going to get into using Microsoft Teams as a guest user. Or, in other words, how do I invite a guest to my existing Microsoft Teams? All right. So, without further ado, let's jump into this. But before we do that, let's give a shout out to our sponsor. And that is going to be the Software Dudes Enterprise Software Solution. These guys are great for any of your Microsoft SQL Server, Windows Server, SharePoint, Azure, Microsoft 365, and Microsoft Dynamics 365 sales, finance, customer success needs. I highly recommend you reach out to this team. You can see these are their existing customers. I'm a customer. I'm a partner. These guys are great. Again, highly recommend them. All right. So that's the challenge. Let's jump into talking about Teams, how we're going to grant a user access to Teams, right? And what that journey going to be like. So, but before I get into that, I want to ask a question. And this is for all business owners and project managers out there. You know, how do you work with a freelancer or a contractor or even a client without adding them to your company's entire internal network? I mean, this process is a huge headache, right? You need to be a part of the conversation. You want to engage, you want to get files, you want to talk, but you don't want to give them the keys to the castle. Well, today I'm going to show you the perfect solution. And this is called the Teams Guest Access. And it allows you to securely bring in external people into a specific project without compromising your company's data. Now, let me break it down. All right. So you could see here, and I'm going to show you this team access. So I logged into a free team instance, right? And one of my challenges is that, and I'm going to jump over to this over here. 1 second. And this is actual Automate Ads Corp. And what I want to do is I want to add this team member to my revenues operation. So if I click here, you can see here, I want to add them in here, right? So I want to go through that steps and process of, okay, I want to give them access, and I don't want to give that person entire access to the infrastructure, right? So, I mean, if you're a full member of one organization and a guest in another, this little icon I was showing you here to the corner is going to be your best friend, right? Because it's going to allow you to move back and forth, right? But once I give access, so let's take a quick look, and I'm going to go back over here, and you can see, boom, right, this icon over here, and I'm going to explain that in a second here. So I want to give this person access. I want to give Lucas access. I want Lucas to get into the organization, and I want him to see things, right? So now, Lucas is in the Automated Ad Corp's organization as a guest, right? And I did that by, and quickly just show you, let's just jump back over how I gave him access is I just went in here, and then I went to members, and then I'm going to go to, you can go add members here, but another way of showing you is go here, click on members, and then you can see he's here, and all I did was add member, and I put Lucas's email address in there, and then boom, what Lucas got was, let's jump to the email, an invitation. You can see here too. I got added to Automated Ad Corp's organization. So now Lucas is in, right? So basically, guests are invited to a specific team, and in this case, Lucas is now a guest of Automated Ads Corp's team. And that's the only team he can see and interact with. He can't see the sales team's channel, the marketing plans, or any other confidential conversations. This is why guest access is so secure. So what can a guest do? And that is a lot of things, right? And before I jump into that real quick, I just kind of wanted to quickly click this and then just show you what happens when I switch over. So I'm going to just move him over. I'm going to switch over. And I'm going to just show you what Lucas can see, what he can't see. Right. And voila. And then, oh, look at this. I didn't do this permission. I'm going to click accept. And just make sure Lucas accepts those permissions about what he can and cannot see. And I'm just going to give Teams a second here to just kind of load that up. Right. Now, while we wait on this, I do want to share what can a guest do. And a guest can do quite a few things, right? A guest basically participate in channels conversations. They can view and share files within that specific team. They can use private chat features to send direct messages to full members of the team, and they can join video call meetings, right? So if I go here and I show you pretty much, benefit of a guest user, again, work with an organization without being a full member, conversation channels, file sharing in the channels, private chats, and then video calls and meetings, right? So, and then let's go back and check on this. Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer, but he's getting access. But now there's a few things that the guests can't do. Now, guest users cannot create their own teams. They will not have a calendar in their Teams app, so they can't schedule meetings, right? And I'm just gonna click that get started right there. And then they can't use some of the more advanced features that require a deeper connection to the company's internal network. So as we go here, this is the limitations that we were talking about. All right. So with all these limitations, why is guest access so vital? So think about it this way. If you're a small business owner who hires an independent contractor for a project, you need them to be in the loop. You need to share files, have conversations, but do you really want to pay for a full user license for them? And more importantly, do you want to give them access to everything in your organization? Absolutely not. Guest access gives them exactly what they need: access to a single team without the cost or the security risk, right? Let's jump back and you can see here, boom, didn't have access to everything. And right now, Lucas can only see the Teams channel, right? So we see that live. And then he can toggle back to his personal free account or toggle back over to this work account, right? So you can also create a Teams called, right over here, like a Teams channel called Website Redesign Project, and invite your web designers as a guest. All conversation mockups, client feedback can live in one organized space, right? So this channel, replacing endless and confusing email chains. So to wrap this up, Team Guest Access is a game changer for working with anyone outside of your organization. It's secure, it's easy, it gives you all the essential tools for a successful collaboration. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one project you're working on right now where using Guest Access could simplify your workflow? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and make sure you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.